Hello, very good morning and welcome to Athavan newspaper highlights. Today Tuesday, 3rd of May 2016. I am Edward Udayadas Thevasagayam Pillai with the highlights of today's English newspapers. As usual, we have 3 newspapers for the highlights: Daily Mirror, Daily News and Ceylon Today. Let's have a look on the Daily Mirror. The main headline of the Daily Mirror says, VAT NBT effective now. NBT applicable to electricity, lubricants. CEB, CPC plan not to pass burden to people. VAT liability limit reduced from 100 million rupees to 12 million rupees per annum. NBT threshold reduced to 3 million rupees per quarter. The government has done away with exemption of national building tax on electricity, telecommunication services and lubricants according to tax reforms that came into effect yesterday. However, Secretary to the Power and Energy Minister Dr. Amarnath Batagoda told the Daily Mirror yesterday the Ceylon Electricity Board would not pass the burden to the consumers. Dr. Batagoda said the additional cost added by the NBT hike would be borne by the CEB in an arrangement with the Treasury. The government's policy is not to pass the burden to people, he said. PM tells Babake, get your media released approved. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe had directed Secretary to the Ministry of Mass Media Nimal Babake not to issue press releases without the approval of the subject minister. Sources at the Prime Minister's office told the Daily Mirror that the Prime Minister had instructed Mr. Babake to abide by the rules. Accordingly, he had told the Secretary to the Ministry of Media that he had no right to issue statements with regard to political matters. And the highlight says, Mustafa, LG polls not this year. Local government and provincial councils minister Faisal Mustafa yesterday ruled out the possibility of elections for local authorities this year because of the work involved in delimitation. The minister said the committee assigned for sorting out anomalies in delimitation of electoral wards would be given an extra month to finish the task. The time limit granted for this purpose will be extended up to September. Earlier, it was to end on August 31, he said. MR's 50 soldiers removed. 50 military personnel assigned for the security detail of former President Mahinda Rajapaksa had been withdrawn from yesterday, his office has announced in a statement. According to a communique issued by his office, the police personnel assigned to him have not been trained on VVIP security. The statement said that Mr. Rajapaksa's life was under threat after the defeat of the LTTE terrorist organization under his leadership in 2009. Joint opposition reconsider MR security withdrawal. Denouncing the government move to assign police personnel for former President Mahinda Rajapaksa's security detail, the joint opposition yesterday requested both the President and the Prime Minister to call off the move. Joint opposition leader MP Dinesh Gunawardena said, unlike other past leaders, Rajapaksa should be entitled to VVIP security since it was he who defeated the LTTE. Secondly, let's move to Daily News. The main headline of the Daily News says, Goal May Day Rally Post-Mortem. SLFP calls for full report. Urgent meeting to be convened. Party to act against dissidents. The Central Committee of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party is to call a meeting this week to discuss action to be taken on SLFP members who did not participate in their May Day rally held in Galle. SLFP General Secretary and Agriculture Minister Duminda Dissanayake said. And the highlight says, Sri Lanka Police Media Unit spokesman post suspended. The Sri Lanka Police Media Unit and the post of the media spokesman have been suspended with immediate effect from yesterday evening following an order by Inspector General of Police Pujith Jayasundara. Highly placed police sources said the decision came following the publication of an article in an English language daily yesterday. The article carries a verbal comment by police media spokesman ASP Ruwan Gunasegara regarding an ongoing investigation on an incident relating to national security. However, the IGP has already issued a circular stating that the police media spokesman should refrain from issuing verbal statements to the media. ATM scam. 2 Chinese nabbed. Two Chinese nationals installing unauthorized electronic equipment in ATM machines of banks and obtaining card owners' card details were arrested by officers of the Criminal Investigation Department. The suspects were identified by police when examining the ATM camera footage. Finally, let's move to Ceylon today. The main headline of the Ceylon today says, MR's military security withdrawn. All army personnel assigned for the security detail of former President Mahinda Rajapaksa was withdrawn as of yesterday. According to Rajapaksa's media unit, there were 102 army personnel were attached to his security contingent. Another highlight says, 8 Nigerians and Lankan couple nabbed with 222-gram coke. 8 Nigerian nationals and 2 Sri Lankans were arrested with 222 grams of cocaine in a joint operation carried out by the Police Narcotic Bureau and the Special Task Force on Sunday. The Police Narcotic Bureau and the Special Task Force arrested the 8 Nigerians and the Sri Lankan couple in a joint operation during a raid carried out in Ragama, Mount Lavinia and Battaramulla. Another highlight says, Jaffna well presented at UNP May Day rally. Over 5,000 thronged Campbell Park. Over 5,000 participants from Jaffna attended the United National Party May Day rally at Campbell Park on 1 May, a reliable source revealed to Ceylon today. Furthermore, Minister of Prisons Reforms, Rehabilitation, Resettlement and Hindu Religious Affairs D.M. Swaminathan was extremely happy to see the attendance of the Tamil community in Jaffna, and it was revealed that they have attended the rally demanding for their completed houses. It was the first time in history many participants from Jaffna attended a rally organized in Colombo, which is also a good sign to the UNP and the government. With that, let's come to an end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to other newspaper highlights.